Hey friends, I'm Sean Carroll Sandy, Chief Revenue Officer of the Selling Agency, and I wanted to talk about an experience that I've had over the past couple of weeks. It's actually taken me a couple of weeks to be able to put my thoughts together on paper to talk about it because it's been so crazy frustrating. This is a sales experience that I've had before. I will probably have again. You have had the same or similar experiences. Actually, I put my notes together, and it'll be a blog pretty soon. But I think that this required a video so you could see the depth of emotion involved and the emotional response I had to this. So this is by no means any way, shape, or form of trashing small business or small retailers. This is really more of a love letter, a plea for you to change so that you can compete with the online competition. We see malls and stores closing every day because local or retail businesses have not figured out how to compete with online retailers. Well, let me share a story with you, and I want to get to the heart of one specific thing that will help you if you have a brick and mortar or retail business, or even if it's hell, it doesn't have to be brick and mortar or retail. This is just about doing business altogether. 2 weeks ago, I started the process of trying to order t-shirts and have t-shirts custom made for my volleyball team, my adult volleyball team. We're the Wrecking Ballers, just so you know. So I searched the internet and I searched for local businesses. I searched Facebook shop local pages for businesses that people recommend in my area. I wanted to get the process started to get quotes and such so I could get these ordered and get them done, as soon as someone could feasibly and reasonably produce them. If you're competing with online retailers or online vendors who can produce the same product or results that you can, what you need to figure out from a local basis, from a small business basis, especially as a brick and mortar retailer, you've got to provide systems and processes for your customers to be successful, to be consistent, and to be consistently successful, helping them repeat their success time and time again, both for existing customers and new customers. That is the big difference. That's the big difference between what you do and what online retailers do. It's the starting point of your relationship. It's the starting point and the experiences that determine the other experiences people will have with you, whether they want to go forward or whether they want to continue. When all the other factors are the same, when price is competitive, when stock, supply, timing, terms, delivery, when all that is competitive, it's the experience that determines whether people will choose you and choose you again and buy from you. If you don't have systems and processes in place in your business, this is what it looks like. This is my story. I contacted 3 vendors over the past 2 weeks to try to have t-shirts made. One vendor I contacted, I went to the website and there was a phone number. Actually, from their website, I had quite a bit of information. I figured out what shirts I wanted, what colors they came in, what sizes I wanted. I was going to make this so easy, but I had to call them because there was no email listed on the website. So I called and talked to the guy, and he gave me his email address. I put everything into an email, and I sent it off to him, expecting a quote within a reasonable amount of time. So after 24 hours went by, I called the business again to get a quote. And a woman answered the phone, and she sounded kind of surprised. Oh, he promised you a quote, he did? Okay, well, I'll get on him and I'll make sure he gets back to you. So you're surprised that someone promised me a quote? This confounded me. I really was confused here. Is it not a practice to promise people and then follow up with them? This is your system that your customers have to call and you have to get on to someone to write a quote? Oh, that's a fail. Hours passed, and he did respond with a quote, but it felt hostile. Here's how the email started. Your artwork is too small, and there will be a fee if we have to recreate it for you. Not hello. Not thank you for a request. I could think of 10 different ways you could have said this that did not immediately put me on the emotional defensive of, well, damn. So I actually could fix the artwork. So I fixed it and I sent it back to him. Oh, by the way, he didn't provide a quote, but I fixed the artwork and I sent it back to him. And then I received another, what felt like an antagonistic email that said, you said you needed a quote on 2 colors. Clearly there are 4 in this logo. That's an additional charge. Here's what it would be if that's what you intended to send. Listen, do I want to do business with an asshole? No, I don't. And more importantly, I don't have to. Done with him. Next vendor, the second vendor, I looked them up on, found them on Facebook. People recommend them on Facebook. So I'll go to their Facebook page and I see the website and I click the button for their website and immediately you get a warning that their security certificate has expired. Seriously? I stop right there. I'm not going to someone's website. How current is the information if their security certificate has expired? I guess they don't expect anyone to go to their website. I did call the phone number that was on the Facebook page and got voicemail for some woman who I think she's one of the owners, and that goes to her work voicemail, her other job, her full-time job. That was strange, so I didn't leave a message. And that was also another WTF moment. Is this a hobby? And why, for the love of God, would you not get like a Google number or have a second phone if this is a good source of income for you? I don't understand that. I didn't leave a message, but about an hour later, I got a call back and the person on the other end of the phone said, you called? And I said, yes, I was looking for t-shirts. Oh yeah, what can I do for you? Okay, so I explained to her, this is the second vendor, what I was looking for. I have the specs, I've got the artwork, and she gave me her email address. I said, great, I'm gonna send this over to you because I would like these as soon as we could get them done. I'll send the email right now. Crickets. I didn't hear anything back, not the next day, not the day later, not 3, not 4. I didn't hear a reply from her and I didn't get a bounce back. So I assumed that the email address was good and that the email was received. A week later, an email showed up and that said, oh, sorry, I just found your email in my junk folder. Do you still need shirts? Didn't I say I was going to email you right away? Didn't you have my phone number because you called me back? Shouldn't you check your junk folder regularly? I don't know, especially since your website doesn't work. So I deleted her email without a response. The third vendor was actually quite responsive initially. I sent her a request for a quote with the specs, and she sent me an email back within a couple hours, within the day, and she asked me a question, and I responded to her question. The next day, she sent me another email asking me another question, and I responded to her question. And then the next day, she sent me another email with a question, and I responded with an answer. And then the next day, you see how this is going? That was 2 weeks ago. We're 2 weeks into the inquiry, and I'm still not even sure if she's going to be able to make the shirts for me. Keeping in mind, I've already done my research. Within an hour of creating the artwork, I had done my research, put together an order online, got a quote, got an estimate, knew what the delivery and shipping and all that jazz was going to be. And I put pause on that. I was just waiting because I wanted to really do business with a local vendor, someone in my community. That was 2 weeks ago. Now, I actually, after the first 2 and half of the third, I went ahead and placed the order online. And I actually know that I paid more. I paid quite a bit more, and I paid for expedited delivery, and they showed up and they were perfect and they were just right. And I've already got a satisfaction survey. I've already gotten emails with other products and suggestions and promotions. I've already been contacted and recontacted. They stayed in touch with me. They have systems and they have processes. So the moral of the story is that if you cannot create systems and processes to make your customers successful and to repeat successful outcomes, then you're not a business, you are a hobby. You're doing business at your leisure, and I guarantee you are irritating and off-putting customers. And that is not how you grow, that is not how you scale, that is not how you sustain business. And while people like me have the best intentions and want to shop and support their local vendors, their neighbors, their community members, we have businesses, we have lives to run, and we expect a quality experience too. I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to forfeit my time and my resources because you cannot get your stuff together. I'm not going to do that to my detriment because you can't put a process and system in place to take an order successfully. You can't expect me to buy local if you put your effort, if your effort is crap, and it doesn't respect the fact that I can order anything that I need and get it online. Same product, similar pricing, same speed, quality service, etc. If you don't create systems and processes to make your customers consistently successful, you will be pushed even further into obsolescence and you will be replaced. Furthermore, please don't respond wherever I post this on social to say, oh, I know a guy, you should have called my guy, or oh, I know somebody, and oh, next time you need to use it. No, 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 no. I searched the internet and I searched Facebook shop local sites. And if I couldn't find your guy, if I couldn't find that business on Google or being referenced on Facebook and go to their website and check them out, you don't have a business, you have a hobby. And I'm not going down that road again because my time is too precious and I have way too many other options. People hunger for experiences. We still want contact. We want to do business within our community. We want unique and tangible goods that we feel good about buying, and especially when we put names and faces to them. If you can't provide the experience to be preferable to our interactions and the ease of purchase online, you're not going to stay in business. If you want an assessment of your business, ask a customer that you've lost. Ask them, why didn't they buy? What could you do better? What would make them feel good about doing business with you? And if you want to create experiences that your customers will absolutely rave about, follow up with me. We've got experience and ideas that will give you a tremendous leg up on your competition, whether they're online or down the block. Until next time, stop hoping and start selling and doing a better job at it. I'm Shawn Sadie with the Selling Agency.